So my question is monogamy outdated, or we just don't want to hold each other accountable anymore? Because, whoa, it's not a new thing. It's not a new thing that um, people are cheating. It's not a new thing that people are not faithful to whom they date with. It's not a new thing, but I'm seeing how most women are also getting so comfortable that all men cheat. Some even go as far as saying, no, as long as I don't find out. No, as long as he comes back home. Oh, that's sad. That is so sad. That is so sad. This is you saying you've accepted that you could be cheated on. You've accepted that it's going to happen. But as long as he comes back home to you, are you a fool? Where is he going to go? He's going to go where he stays. He's got to sleep. He's got to freshen up. Of course he's going to come. It doesn't mean that he's coming home to you. That's where he stays. What do you expect? But again, I think it's very sad. I think that it's very sad that most women are finding themselves in a position where they say stuff like this, that, as long as hey, all men cheat, as long as he comes back home. It's very sad. And to me, that says most men have failed. You know, they continue to fail women to a point where women don't even expect better anymore from men. They don't expect them to be faithful anymore. It's like they get into these relationships and tell themselves, you know what? I know I'm going to get cheated on, so I might as well just accept and know what I'm getting myself into. And that's very sad. The way things are going, and how I'm also hearing most women being open to polygamy. This, let's just be honest, guys. This has got nothing to do with, oh, no, maybe they are so secure that they don't want, they are so secure that they don't have a problem with men, their men being with other women. No, they are open to polygamy because they've accepted that there's going to be another woman. There's always going to be another woman. And if you're a woman and that's your mindset, and you just feel like every man that you're going to be with is going to cheat on you, I think it's very sad that you approach relationships with that mindset. And I know most women are going through that. And honestly, you can't blame or judge them. I know some of these things are a way that people want to leave a room for disappointment in their hearts for when they find out that this actually happened. They got cheated on. They'll be like, oh yeah, I know, all men cheat. So I'm going to leave him and I'm going to date that next one, and he's going to do the same thing. So I might as well just settle. That's so sad. That's so sad that that's the reality of most women now. And man, it's tough. It's tough to do. It's very tough. I'm not going to lie. So I am not judging those women, but I'm just saying that's a sad way to live. That's a sad way to live. To get into relationships with that mindset that you're gonna get cheated on and you settle anyway. I want to say, as much as you're a good woman watching this video, there are good men out there. Yeah, there are good men out there, and I'm talking about high quality men, Men who are faithful to the woman they choose. Men who are loyal to the bone. There are those men out there. They are those men out there. They are there. There's no way that there'll be good women who don't cheat in a world where you can't even find a single man who don't cheat. No, that's impossible. There are good men out there, and men who would be like, you know what? Instead of using and cheating on the woman I chose, I'd rather just dump her, leave her alone, and pursue this one that just got me attracted. So they would dump you and be with someone else. Because if they feel that they are attracted to someone else and you're in a relationship with them, they're not even going to feel that they love you, and they wouldn't want to be with you if that's how they're going to treat you. So they're just going to leave you and be with someone else. And they're going to show her love, loyalty, and devotion instead of cheating on her and creating this toxic environment in a relationship when they could have just avoided all of that and just dumped you and pursued this beautiful new relationship. There are men out there like that. So to see most women not hoping that they'll find themselves a loyal man who chooses them and not use them, a loyal man who has his own self-respect and his own self-love. Because if you have self-love, you're not going to hurt the people you are in relations with. You're not going to hurt your friends. You're not going to hurt your love partners, because you are choosing to be good to them because you are good to yourself. That's it. That is it. So I believe like that. I believe that there's no way a person would truly love themselves and hurt other people. True love within yourself, when it gets out, other people, they are gonna get a piece of that. And that's powerful, man. That's very powerful. So just as someone who respects themselves, they're not gonna do the things that are gonna disrespect other people. They're not gonna put themselves in a position where someone is looking at them and like, you disrespected me. No, people who respect themselves, it shows. Even the way they treat other people, you can see that. You can see that, oh, this has got respect written all over it because it's done by someone who respects themselves. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So, man, it's really a twisted way for most women to be finding themselves in this. And I'm seeing others will marry these men and they'll be like, yeah, I know what I was getting myself into. I know who I married. I know all of that. And that is true settling. You are settling for less. Before you even settled, you had already consciously made a decision that I'm going to settle for less. And that's sad. It's one of the signs of no hope. You don't hope that you get someone who's worth fighting for. And I'm talking about someone who's loyal. I'm talking about someone who is faithful to the bone, because they are there. They are there. They are so faithful. The type of men who get in a relationship and their head is filled with this woman that they are in a relationship with. She's all they think about. She's all they think about. She's all they plan for. She's everything to them, and they just want to pursue life. They want to go with this woman. There are men like that. They are men like that. Don't let social media dating standards ruin that for you. Don't let them do that for you. Those people are there. So I just made this video to talk about this thing. of how women have now gotten so rested at this idea that they are gonna get cheated on by every guy that they date, and they don't leave these toxic relationships because they have it in their mind that all men cheat. Most they do, but not all. So don't settle, man. Don't settle when you just found out that this happened, because there are so many things at risk. Your time, your health, not only your physical health, as in like sexual transmitted diseases, but also your mental health. I know for a fact that when you're finding out that someone you are with is not loyal and faithful to you, that tends to make people feel like they are not good enough, they are not pretty enough. And this is one of the reasons why people would be going for all these surgeries, because they start feeling like there's something wrong with them. They start doing all these things that would give them that new modern look of how pretty women should be looking. Maybe they think if they change themselves into having those nose jobs, those tiny little nose, all stuff like that, they feel that maybe then they would be loved, they will be desired more. But it's not about that. It's about you. It's about who you are. You can change yourself, however, and the very same people who rejected you yesterday, they're still gonna reject you tomorrow. You can do all those alterations, but you're still the same person. So if you're gonna still be the same person, and it does not guarantee that you're gonna be desired, they're gonna love you, like genuinely love you. I'm not talking about lust, I'm talking about love, because that's what you want. If you getting all these surgeries does not guarantee that you're gonna get that from them, then why do it? There's no guarantee. Why do it? Why do it? Why change yourself then? You might as well just be who you are, and just roll with people who roll with you. Everybody has their own people. No matter how weird you think you are, trust me, there are people who are gonna get your sense of humor. There are people who are gonna be happy with you, who would not even want to change anything about you because they think you're so perfect. Everyone has their own people. There are people who find themselves rich, sexy, but I don't. I'd be like, okay, yes, you've got all of these things, but you're not one of my people. I don't feel you. And there'd be someone, just a simple person, who thinks they are boring, but they are very intelligent, and maybe they like science, maybe they are athletic, they are funny, and then they think they're weird, or they are just, and then I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I like it. And they'd be like, oh, serious? I'm like, yeah. Everybody has their own people. Everybody has their own people. I have my people. I have people who don't understand my sense of humor. I have people who understand my sense of humor, and oh my God, every time I come across people who understand my sense of humor, that makes me so happy, like, oh, you actually do get me. And when I make subtle jokes and they get those jokes, I'm like, what? Like, it always just surprises me that, oh, wait a minute, this person actually gets me. So I don't even have to always constantly explaining myself to this person, that they just get me. And yeah, man, I'm at a place in my life where I understand I'm not everybody's cup of tea. and not everyone is my cup of tea, and that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, man, that's it. That's it. Oh, I've said a lot. But I do remember I was here talking about how women are so comfortable with settling for less because of the idea that all men cheat. And that's very sad. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going to happen, but the men of this world have been failing the women of this world to a point where women don't even expect good quality anymore. Women don't expect the best because they just talk to themselves that all of these people are the same, even if they're not. But because there's no hope in the leaders of the world. And if a world has leaders whom women have lost respect for because they are not seen as good leaders anymore, then it's a problem. It's a problem. Maybe that's why most of these things are happening. This fight between men and women, men, especially in the Black community. I don't know, they keep fighting. Men are fighting women are fighting men. The Black men are saying, hey, we're gonna date white women. Yeah. And then on the other side, the white men are like, we are attracted to Black women. Black women are like, we don't want Black men anymore. We like ourselves white men because they treat us better. Stuff like that. It's all just part of this war. It's all just part of this war. And I've also seen how most men in the Black community are like, when I get super rich, I'm gonna get myself a white woman. And then white women are like, women are women. Women are all the same. And you can, as a white woman, if you're watching this, I hope you know what I'm talking about. And I'm also hoping that us as women, Black or white, we don't fall into this trap of these men trying to cause this rift. There's already a rift because of race, but then in womanhood, we can't afford there to be conflicts. We can't afford there to be conflicts caused by men because I don't know, this all nonsensical thing. So I'm just hoping that we all just stick together as women and realize that this has got nothing to do with us as women, but it's just part of a war. And our men are making us fight each other. They want us to hate each other. And we should not allow that. I've once come across such a funny post. It was of a Black guy. He was saying something nasty about Black women. And then he said something along saying, yeah, no, Black women suck, stuff like that. And then white and Black women, they commented and they said, the white women were like, no, we don't want you. And then the white women said, yeah, Black women, you can have them. And Black women said, no, child, girl, we don't want this thing. You don't. And now all women were rejecting him from all races. And I was like, yeah, man, I liked how the women were all standing up, and white women like, we don't accept this crap. And then Black women are, yeah, we don't want this crap either. And then he was all alone standing there with no one choosing him. And I liked how it turned out. I liked how women were not fighting against each other. And they were like, you know what, if this is the way this man treats women, then no woman should choose to be with this man, because why are you disrespecting women? So I liked how that was handled. And yeah, man, it was powerful. It was powerful what women can do when we just stick together. It was beautiful. And I like that. We don't have to fight. We don't have to fight each other. We don't have to do that. One of the things I also wish to see amongst women is for when, yes, the male has cheated on you and you find out and you happen to gather the woman's contacts. Yes, you could ask, did you know that he's married? Did you know that he has a girlfriend and stuff like this? Ask, and most of the time you'll actually come to find out that um, she didn't even know. She was lied to, she was lied to. So, as a woman, why are you being angry? Why are you being angry at this woman who was also deceived? So, instead of fighting her or calling her names, why don't you question the culprit here? Why don't you question the man? The both of you ladies, why don't you just put him in a corner and ask him, why just instead of you girls fighting, calling each other names, fighting for this man, yo, leave my man, he's my man. Do you know how ridiculous you look when you both fighting for a man and he's standing there like, yeah, yo, stop fighting? That's so ridiculous. Every time I see a situation like that, I'm like, this man is here folding his arms like this, and there are his two women fighting against each other. No, he's my man. No, he's my man. Do you know that's a ego boost. That's an ego boost for this man, because he's like, yeah, I've got two girls fighting over me. Why are you doing that, ladies? Why are we fighting each other when we should be fighting the deceiver? So I'm really hoping that in the future, stuff like this, they change. And I've seen there are very matured women out there who would like text each other, hey, I found your number on my husband's phone. Who are you? No, I'm his what? I didn't know about you. And they have a decent conversation. I respect that, because why are we fighting? Why are we fighting? And yeah, I respect that. And again, sometimes there are some women who just want to make things difficult. I came across a tweet. It was like screenshots that were taken from TikTok's content. And the question was asking side chicks if they have any regrets dating a married man. And most of the comments, the side chicks, they said they have no regrets. They loved dating this married man, how he's the best, how he treated them with love and respect, how he does everything for them. And that really made me sad. That really made me sad that some women, they lack empathy. Some women lack empathy. Listen, yes, I'm not an angel, but I promise you, I don't remember intentionally being in a relationship with a man who's married, because I'm thinking to myself, bro, it would hurt me being married and finding out that my husband has this girlfriend. It would hurt. So I don't want to put any woman in that position. I've once came across a guy, very good looking, so established, and I googled him. He's like heating up on me, stuff like that. And I googled him, and I'm seeing that, okay, so this man is actually married. He's married, has a family, he's got sons, 2 sons. And I'm looking at these pictures and I can see this is a solid family. Like sometimes I take pictures with his in-laws, like this is a solid family. And I'm thinking to myself, whoa, okay. Then I didn't want to jump into conclusions. And then now I'm asking him, like, are you married? Like, are you? And then he's like, yeah. And then I'm like, but why are you here? And then since that time, I said to him, listen, if you have any problems in your marriage, go home and fix your marriage. But I'm not going to be your girlfriend. I'm not going to be a woman who's going to rip apart even further another woman's marriage. I do not want to be that woman, because also I can't risk having a child with a married man. What am I going to say to my child? Well, I'm not married to your father because your father went back to his wife, because I knew that your father had a wife, and now we did what we did, and you came, and now your father's family, which is his children, they don't want you because you're a bastard. Is that the type of life I want for my child? I don't want that. I don't want to bring anyone in a situation like that. I don't want to bring anyone in such a toxic, bad situation. It's very bad. It's very bad. I don't want that. I don't want that. So this post, I'm even seeing that some of these side chicks ended up being pregnant with these married men's children, and they were like, yeah, we even have a child now. We've been together for 12 years. And I'm like, what? So this married man has been cheating on his wife for more than so many years, because he's been with this side chick for 12 years. And now I'm thinking to myself, you've been a side chick for 12 years. You could have been married. You could have had your own man by now, but you are wasting your time with a man who's already committed to someone else, who's married to someone else. And that's very sad. And some of them would even say stuff like, yeah, he even passed away, and my children got the same money as the children in his marriage. And I'm like, well, then if this is how things are, then marriage should actually, some marriage laws should actually be changed. Married women and their children, they must be really protected. Like, if you are married and you commit stuff like this, and it's found out that you have children elsewhere, I don't know what's going to happen, but the law should be very fair to your children in marriage and your wife. And the side chick out there, I don't know what she's going to do, but at least, because we don't want children to suffer, these children from outside of the marriage, yeah, maybe they can get something, but it shouldn't be that now they and their mother, who's the side chick, now they've got all of this access, as if like you guys were in a polygamous relationship with a wife. It's so unfair. So, man, yeah, it's these type of things. We still have women who are just okay with doing this to other women's marriages. And I'm not blaming women. I'm saying, but if you know that the man is married and you are being in a relationship with him, you have no empathy. We can't flourish as women. We can't flourish as women when more women don't have empathy. We need more empathy in this world. I'm thinking that women are supposed to be loving, nourishing, but if it's going to be women hurting other women, guys, I don't think some people realize how dark and deep this thing of cheating really is. Finding out that the person you're with has been sleeping with someone else. Do you know how many people have died because of finding out that, how many people have been killed because of their partners finding out that they cheated? Do you know how many people? I'm talking about men and women. Let me not only talk about women who've been killed, but they are men. There are men who've been killed by their girlfriends. There was this story here in South Africa where this man was trending, very young couple, a very young, beautiful couple. This guy cheated, and his young girlfriend stabbed him to death. Stabbed him brutally to death. Why? Because he cheated. And again, when it comes to women, we all know gender-based violence in South Africa. We all know how many men have killed their wives and girlfriends because of finding out that they have cheated. We all know that. So there's a recent story. I found out that this guy, he found out that his wife was cheating on him, and then he hired hitmen to kill the boyfriend. So how this guy was killed, he was in a car with the wife, and then the hitmen saw them together, and it was said that the hitmen shot both the wife and the boyfriend, and the hit was called by the husband, obviously. So do you see, guys, also dating a married woman, it puts you at risk, because you'll never know how her husband is going to react. Now, yes, that guy, he died because he was messing with somebody else's wife. So yeah, man, these are the things that just makes my mind go brr, 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 brr. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I wish I could say stuff like, maybe in the near future it's gonna be better. I don't see this getting any better. I think as time goes on, people are just gonna grow, I don't know, a thick skin, or people are just, it's just gonna be a norm. And that's very sad. It's very sad. And yeah, man, that's all I wanted to say. I hope I don't have to cut some other parts. I hope I'm just gonna post this video as it is, because I've said a lot. My initial plan was to only talk about women settling for less, but I ended up even talking about cheating, people killing people because of cheating, and all of this. But I'm hoping that you're gonna enjoy this. So thank you so much for everyone who kept watching. And yeah, man, have a good day. Have a lovely day. Don't cheat. I wish I could say don't get cheated on, but it's not under your control. So yeah, man, just don't settle for less. Toodles.